Hey, everybody, welcome to an exclusive on New on Music Row. I'm Chris Miles, your host, joined with somebody that I think you've seen once or twice before
Maybe.
on the show. Maybe.
A couple times.
At least twice, I think.
Yeah.
It's my buddy Andrew Salgado. Got a new album and, actually new singles coming out.
Yep.
We can only talk about one, though, right now because the rest of them are all top secret, and I think MI3 would have a problem with us and that kind of stuff, right?
It's not secret. We don't know what they're going to be. We're actually doing something I've never really done before, where we're recording kind of as we go. It's not like here's a bunch of songs. We're choosing them as we go, which is kind of cool, but also stressful, maybe.
So is it more of like a feel kind of thing? Is that
Yes.
how you're going with it? Okay. But you've already written this stuff already,
It's
right?
all from an old catalog.
Okay.
So the next album will come out in 2027, but we're going to do a lot of singles before then. They were just songs that I never got to record and never got to release, and just I felt such an attachment to it. So we did a deal to get them, but it's the back catalog. There's 120 to choose 20 out of those.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So we chose the first one, which is ready to go, out 2/13. But we don't know what the next ones will be. But we will look hard at that list as many times as we need to.
So do you have any sort of like outline or anything? Are you like these? Is there like have you narrowed that list down to like
have
maybe 40 songs?
Yeah. We're not looking through all 120. We're probably looking through 28.
Okay.
And knowing which should be singles is even harder than knowing which one should just be on the album.
Right.
There's
okay.
about 12 that I've loved for a long time. Ready to Go is a great example. A true story, something I really, really wanted to say. I was on and off with someone for a very long time, and I was always ready to go whenever they were ready to do it. And I just really always wanted to record it and say it. And even now, the song's recorded, right? It's about to come out, or whenever this airs, it'll already be out. But it's still nerve-wracking to know if you chose correctly, if you chose something that maybe resonates with other people. But I think the nice part about these songs coming out is I don't really have to worry about if they resonate with me. They're 100% what I want to say.
But here's the thing. So as you're describing that song to me, and I kind of like sat there and went through my childhood and some of the relationships that I was in, and I was kind of like, yeah, you know what, I can relate to that because there were times when I was ready to go.
Yeah.
And I mean, just, and like I was ready to get into a relationship, or I was ready to date this person, or as the kids are saying now, we're just talking.
Is that what they say?
Yeah, we're just talking, but they're still going out on dates. But anyway, whatever. No, we didn't do that back then, though. But I mean, and so I think you've already got your relatability there. And I think I've heard the song. I think it's great, and that's just my personal opinion.
It's different too.
It's totally different.
Yeah, I think, we're really going to push the boundaries. I think that was the other thing, too, is I'm in a new place of really testing things and really pushing, bringing in people that I want to bring in, doing things the way that I want to do it.
So, and I think that's the other aspect of this that I kind of wanted to tone in on was the fact that this is a little different than some of the other stuff we've already heard from you. And it sounds like you're coming into your own, so to speak.
Thanks, man.
Well,
I think too, there's still an element of the acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
I think there's still a lot of like what I've done prior, but there's going to be, and you don't even know the next couple songs that we're ready to kind of look at. There's going to be a lot more of like, oh, that's different than there really ever has been before.
But I think that's great. I think the key to a good artist is one that evolves along the way and starts to explore other themes or other avenues or whatever. Like we were I was talking last week on, or maybe a couple weeks now, on one of my episodes about one of the artists and how that particular individual likes to write and be relatable.
Yeah.
And I think that's the key now. I think we've made that shift. As far as artistry is concerned, I think it's more of a relatable thing now, as opposed to just telling your story and trying to get things out. Now it's like, okay, does this resonate with somebody?
I think country music's always done that. I think it's just, it has a little bit more waves of melody here and there and more waves of like just fun. And then there's, okay, that's pretty real. And it's, and I think too, for me, I think it's hard for anyone to listen to the song and not really get the story. I mean, it's 100% just a story-driven song all the way through.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, from, you know, and it like I said, it's a true story of, you know, being in bed and getting a phone call. Hey, I'm here. We should hang out. Oh yeah. What were you doing? Nothing. Right? Instead of saying like, well, I was sleeping, and
Right.
could have just gone back to sleep. It's like, no, I'll meet you at this club. And I hated going to clubs when I was younger anyways. I'm still not a club guy today, but there I was. I was just like, yeah, I'm totally awake for this.
Were you doing the Carlton? Is that what you were doing?
Is that the Carlton?
I don't know. It's kind of close to it.
I was kind of running.
Oh, okay.
I used to dance when I was younger, like a lot, and then I just stopped. And now I just do the back and forth. I'll go to weddings and just do
The
this.
old guy sway. Is that like?
Oh, is that what it's called?
I don't know. That's what I call it.
Yeah, the old guy sway.
Or the chair dance move.
The
You know,
chair
like
dance, yeah.
Some people do that. All the weddings and stuff that I DJ'd, there were people that would just be in the table and just kind of go back and forth like this. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm the
one of
guy
those
that
weird
waits
things
for
I
the
do.
one slow song
Oh.
and then takes his partner, which now my
Okay.
wife, and just dances and then leaves.
Okay.
And it's like you got the dance. We're at the wedding,
It's the checklist.
right? We ate the food. We brought the gift. We saw the ceremony. We're done.
We saw the newlyweds and
Yes.
now we're done.
For 2 seconds.
For
Congratulations.
Good.
This was so great to spend time with you. When
So-
I had my wedding, I saw barely anybody.
Well, that's
And
the
I
way
remember
that it
people
goes.
just like, "Oh, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming." And it's like we had such a small wedding too that I didn't think that was going to be the case, but there really is no time.
No, it's not one of those. If you're one of those people that is like, I need to speak to everybody,
Yeah.
it ain't gonna happen.
It's not going to happen.
No. So speaking of things that are happening, what else is going on with you? You got any other extra projects or anything you're working on?
We are working on a couple different things. We're going to do season 3, Can I Call You Dad? And then we're going to close it out. Not
Okay.
a great rating show, but really fun to just, it's been fun to do things like that with my dad and both be in our different elements and come together. We'll definitely tour this year. It'll be the Ready to Go tour. We haven't announced anything yet,
Oh,
but
okay.
there'll definitely be at least like 7 to 8 cities, probably more.
Okay.
Hopefully more. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that happens with that. And, you know, from venues hiring us or us renting out the venue, whatever it happens to be, there's contracts and negotiations that go with that. So there'll definitely be a tour, but that won't be till September, October, November. Prior to that, I'm going to be recording other people. We have more projects. I think we did, and Brian will be able to tell me, but I think we did like 7 acts last year that we produced, maybe more. I think more. I don't remember.
So a new aspect of Andrew is now you're
Producing. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
okay.
think we had talked about that. I think in the last
Well, we
interview we had mentioned I'm going to produce other people.
It was possible, it was in the works,
Yeah.
but you know how they say in the industry, folks, they always have to be like, well, maybe, yes, we don't know, you know.
No, yeah. Yeah, last year, I mean, I had been producing people prior, but last year was the step of announcement and letting people know. And now I wouldn't say filtering clients, but kind of deciding.
Okay.
And it's like, okay, well, if we're going to do this, what can I bring to the table? And I think the biggest thing for me last year was really working with people that I felt there was something I could do. If I didn't feel like there was something I could do, and I felt our team, which is Alex, which is Brian, which is Lee, which is Josh, which is a bunch of people, if I didn't feel our team could do something, then I just didn't go down that road. In fact, I gave a couple clients to other producers that I felt could do what they were looking to do, if that makes any sense.
Oh, yeah, no, that makes total sense.
So the tour, there's multiple more singles coming. That's not even correct English. There's multiple singles that will be coming.
You gotta put that in
I know.
ChatGPT.
I just got to do a comma. There's multiple singles, comma, that are coming later on. Also, too, I got to record with a super talented EDM artist last year,
No?
and he flew in to this studio. We're in my studio, by the way.
Oh,
Thank you.
I see, there we
Well,
go.
it's not. Flew into this studio that Brian owns, but he flew in. We worked on the song. We had a lot of fun. Super great chemistry. But I'm starting to learn how much more work different genres are.
Mm-hmm.
Like the EDM. This is something I didn't know, and probably other people did, but like when these EDM guys make a sound, they literally make it like an instrument. They don't, like when I grab a guitar, it already has sounds in there, right? I hit a chord, and it already they make the chord. It takes a long time to do that. So I did a feature on someone else's song, and I produced it and played on it. We brought our team in. It sounds incredible. It's a completely different thing for me because it's EDM / country, and I would say 5% is country, maybe. It's really kind of like this EDM emotional kind of song.
Okay, so here's the thing, folks. If you want to see the music video for that and you want to see Andrew do his dance moves in it, then what you have to do is you have to stream it when it comes out. So whatever platform it's on, the more you stream it, the more likely you are to see the video. That's the key now in the industry. So if you can get over 100,000
really
streams,
that's
you can maybe see
there's a lot
Andrew
of truth
do his
into that.
dance moves in the dance
Pretty
video.
much. I probably, if we ever did a music video for that song, I'd probably just sing.
I don't think I've ever seen. I don't think I've ever seen an artist that like dances in a dance song.
I danced
like
a little bit in the first single I ever had, which was "Dance On." It was the first single that I've ever had launched, and it was 2014. And I danced a little bit in it, and even that was like too much. I was just like, no, this really doesn't work. And we shot. The funny thing about that music video is we shot everything with no permits. We just went places.
Okay.
And just shot. There were two there were two people that worked for the management company at the time. They were like, "We have dogs. Why don't we just go get our dogs and we'll go to the dog park and you and the other actress, which was Lindsay, we'll just like play with the dog." Like that whole video shoot was over like one day of just randomly going to places. Some of the most fun I've had doing a video.
But those can be fun. I mean, when you're doing spur of the moment, impromptu kind of stuff like that, those can be some of the most fun projects you end up working on.
We did the same thing with Why Didn't I Call You? We just went all over Long Beach. And just...
I remember watching that video going, why is
this
he
looks
standing
like
on rocks playing a guitar? Like, I was like, oh, they were in Long
we
Beach.
shot like
That's why.
20
Okay.
different scenes, I guess you would call it. And then we just edited it. And one of them was the rock thing, but it was the only time we had anything close up on my hands. And I was like, damn, I have to use this. But I liked it. I
There was nothing wrong with it. I'm not trying to like.
He's saying there's something clearly
No,
wrong.
I'm not saying anything. I just was kind of like, interesting. You're rocking out on the guitar, on the rocks, on Long Beach.
Walking up the rocks was dangerous.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. There's a couple almost falls.
Have you ever gone up the rocks in Evanston over on the lake over there? So I grew up in like the Evanston area, and one of the things we used to do is we used to go out for drives over there, and there's an area where you can walk out on the rocks into like the lake, so to speak. But the rocks are extra slippery. So did you encounter that when you were? No. Okay.
It was funny. It was a spur of the moment, like, oh, go up there, and I was like, yeah. I grabbed my guitar, and I like ran up, slipping, and then I got to the top, and I was like, how am I gonna get down? It was super hard to get up, and it's much harder to get down. And then I just kind of half jumped. I like got halfway and just jumped down, and I was like, all right, that was dumb.
So,
but we got the shot we needed.
Yeah, apparently. So you mentioned that you've got 28 songs that you've kind of narrowed things down to.
Pretty much. I mean, it's weird when you're looking through old songs. You kind of even with Ready to Go, like you're listening, and I listen to everything off of a crappy laptop. I want to hear the worst version of it.
Is that a brand name, by the way?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's my Mac. I want to listen to it on like the worst speakers.
Shameless plug.
Because if it can do something to me without great speakers playing a role in that, then that's really good. Sometimes you'll listen on great systems and you'll buy into something that you don't really want to buy into. Some of them are full-blown demos with a demo singer or something I've recorded. Some are just like iPhone catalogs, and Ready to Go was just an iPhone catalog that I had forgot about because it kept missing the cut on other albums, and I was like, oh wow. So even with the 28 that I kind of know that I want to record, I'm still gonna like listen to other stuff. I think I played a couple for you too. I'm like, yeah, I'm on the fence on that. And you're like, no, you should probably record that. And getting outside opinions is good. I try not to get too many of them because then it can really make me think something is what I want to record when it really might not be,
Mm-hmm.
right? Might be for someone else too. And I missed that part of my life where songs were for other people. You know, in the last 8 years, that there was no pitching outside, which means you're sending songs to other people for them to potentially record. So even with that said, I don't really know what I'm going to do, if that makes any sense. But I know that in the next couple of weeks, there'll be another one. There'll be another decision. And we'll start recording that song. And maybe that's a single, maybe it isn't. And then just kind of going from there, which is why I said I've never, ever done it this way. The fact that I have access to this studio and I do all of my production here, I don't do any other production for anyone else outside of this studio. There's flexibility to do it. Like I know that I'm going to be here next week for another client. I know that I'll be here in 2 weeks after that. So there's opportunity to do stuff that really wasn't like prior. You know, you kind of had a batch of songs and you found a studio that you made a deal with and you brought in a producer and all this other stuff on it. Now there's more flexibility to do something like this, but it is weird, you know, to really only have one song done and it's already out. And it was 2 months. It was a month ago that we finished it.
Okay.
You know,
Are you working on a theme or anything like that, or is it just a matter of?
no, I think these are just going to
feeling
be.
in the moment?
I don't know what the album will be called. Probably something like, you know, Almost Lost It or something like all these songs almost because when I left, I didn't think I'd record any of these. And then as time went by and I had multiple surgeries, I had a lot of time to reflect, and I just like, man, I ready to go and Should Have Been Us. And, you know, countless others, Ain't That Bad. It was like, these were songs that I found myself just wanting to play them, wanting to sing them, wanting to listen to them, and just like, I really want to record them. So that's kind of why we made the deal. And then we didn't waste any time. I think that was done in like October, and we went right into the studio in November with Ready to Go.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So you had a charitable event last year here in the local area.
And you got to MC it.
Shh, you weren't supposed to say anything about that.
They've probably already seen it.
No, I'm just kidding. Is there anything in the works for that for this year? Are you going to be doing that again? Or because of the tour
I don't.
falling in line, you're not 100% sure?
So the Ready to Go tour won't be for any other charity but the charity of me. But
Nothing wrong with
I
that.
actually just talked to my wife, and we were at the boat show recently, and I was like, I want to do more like charitable events. Let's really try to do more. The last 6 years I haven't done as much as I would like. I did a ton, you know, prior to that, as you know, you can look up. But I really want to get back to doing that and going to events and performing for free and all that kind of stuff to just help raise money or just awareness, whatever it is. I definitely missed that. I don't know how much time I'll have this year.
Yeah, I understand.
I'm shooting the podcast on the Rise Network, which we're both a part of. Then there's another show that I'm also a part of. Then there's the whole single thing. Then there's producing other people. It's not a huge amount of free time to do other stuff, but I do want to take advantage of just, you know, supporting things in Illinois and supporting things in Tennessee. I don't know if I'll be able to do charity events outside of that. Sometimes it kind of works out beautifully where, you know, they'll ask and it's the same area that you're going to do a show. Like we're heading to DC soon in April for a private event. And, you know, if it works out that you can do that, then great, but it's not as doable. But if in Nashville and Chicago, I can do more in the community, then I'm probably going to.
Okay. So the last time we spoke, you were spending kind of half your time in Nashville, half your time in Chicago. Has any of that changed? Are you?
I think that's going to be a much different split. I think it depends on how much I'm right here.
Okay.
And how much my production schedule takes up and how much the touring stuff takes up. Last year was pretty easy to float, but also was pretty taxing. So I don't know. I mean, I'll be in Nashville in March for CRS. You'll be there as well. Country Radio Seminar. I know that I'll probably be there twice in March, probably be there twice in April. So you start looking at that and you go, okay, well, now we're splitting half and half. But it really kind of depends on producing. I really do want to take another step from last year and really produce more people. and really help other people too. And then also, I got to produce my stuff too now. So there's
a lot of eggs to juggle in many different baskets, basically.
Yeah, but they're all kind of the same. It's all making music or performing music, which is nice. There's some synergy in everything. But yes, it's good to have a lot of stuff going on.
Synergy. Ooh,
it's
that's
less
a big
my
word.
wife has to see me. Although Sundays coming in September, October, November, you won't see me performing on a Sunday. I'm kidding.
You think?
I watch the Bears no matter where I am. That's been forever.
Okay. All right.
I finally caved and got, I have sweatshirts, but I finally got the hat I always wanted.
Is that the hat you've always wanted? Okay. All right.
I felt like I was a jinx. I went to the first game they lost. I
'cause
almost went to the division against the Rams, and I was like, I think I'm the jinx. I'm going to stay home. And then they lost, and I was like, I should have gone. But then I realized if I went and they lost, that would have just killed me. Anyhow.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I've friends in my grouping, I guess you could call it, that feel the same way that you do, that are like, I can't watch the game, I can't do this, I can't do that, or they're going to lose, or whatever.
Oh, I have to watch.
Okay.
I always tell people it's really difficult to watch with me. And I've had to apologize more in my life for people watching sports with me. But, I have to watch. I have to watch every minute of everything. I have a fantasy league, and I'm just really into football and baseball. But, baseball, as I stop playing it, it's hard to watch it until it gets to the postseason. I hate saying that, but it's hard. It's hard for me to watch baseball unless it's the postseason, and then I'm on everything, especially the World Series.
Interesting.
I don't know how we got on sports, but
well, you were talking about
we're both in music.
Well, it's just another aspect of who you are and what, it helps the audience kind of get to know you more and that kind of stuff.
In some ways, yeah.
You're also kind of wearing the hat, so,
Damn right I am.
I'm not wearing a Broncos hat, so, anyway.
They got far.
Oh, yeah, no, and then,
Bo doesn't get hurt. I think you guys are in the Super Bowl.
Friggin' ankle. So, anyway, whatever. We don't have to talk
But
about
apparently he's broken it multiple times. That's not, the bigger story was the stuff that came out. It was kind of like one of those soap operas where it was like he's hurt and then it got worse and now there's a feud.
Yeah, I personally think that Peyton did that to dissuade the fans from actually commenting on the play calls that he made of that pass that shouldn't have been passed.
I know.
And he used Bo Nix's injury as a way to get around it. Anyway.
Patriots got what they got what they got.
Sorry,
how did
Patriots
Caleb say it? They wanted us. That's what they got. I love that kid, man. Anywho,
he did some very interesting interviews. That's for sure.
He's great. He's so even. I wish I could learn. I think as artists, we're so emotional. I think that's why we write songs. Mm-hmm. But I wish I could do that. I wish I could go in interviews. Like, this is an easy interview. I don't get the fortune of always having easy interviews. I have sometimes hard interviews that are like, yeah, we don't, are you even that any good? Right? It's all those kind of things.
Oh, wow.
And he's so good at taking any kind of criticism and just, I got it. I can make any throw. I can do this, team aspect. He's could learn something from people like that. Brady did that too. It's just even keel. You see the great athletes that are just like Derek Jeter, the New York press, I can't do that. I get so emotional. I did an interview back in 2013 and the guy was like, I don't want to interview him. And I was like standing just right here, and I was like, okay, wow. Well, like we did like 150 radio stations. Like we can skip. Can we skip? Like I don't want to force anything. No. And then that was the one that said, how do you say your name? I said Andrew Salgado. He's like Andrew Gallerata, and I was just like, and there's a clock ticker. I've mentioned this I think to you before, and it's like we have 60 seconds to do this tag. And by the time he finished talking, it was 30, 29, 28. And he's like, did I get that right? 25, 24. And I was like, yep. And I was like, I could spend the next 20 seconds correcting him, and we don't accomplish anything. Or, because it was an event telling people to come out, I was like, when they come out, just correct them when they get here. Which is exactly what happened. I was like, no, you got it. He's like, oh, we've got a new single out, 19, 18. Come and check him out. We're right in front of this Walmart, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah.
So I appreciate that. I think that's a good look. I don't think people get to see that a lot in interviews.
The clock?
Well, no. Like what's going on in your head when somebody's asking you a question. Like you don't get to see that all the time. So
that's why,
I appreciate
That's why you see people, and you see it with actors too, where they go like, hey, think this was really great. Like they'll go out of their way to be like, this was really fun. This was really good. Because for the most part, there's much more in negative stuff than anything. In fact, I'll give you an even better story. My first day manager, it was her first day on the job, and we had 2 radio stations to do. They're both calling. One was being taped, which means you tape it and it airs at a later date, like this is, and one was live. And she flipped them on what she told me. She told me the tape one was in the morning. So I called. I'm like, hey, guys, how are you? And they're like, hey, who do we got here? I'm like, it's Andrew, 9 o'clock. Like, oh, Andrew Salgado. And they read off some stuff. They were live. And I thought it was taped. So they kept saying stuff. And this is why, like, it's good for them to have bad interviews. Like, they were, like, asking stuff. I'm like, yeah, we'll definitely talk about that. It's like, okay, I guess we'll talk about that later. and it was... like, instead of going, hey, Andrew, we're live, which would have made me go, oh, hey, hi, I'm so sorry. I thought this was being taped. And then when I called the tape people, now I was like, now I don't trust her. So I was like, hey, I'm ready to go. They're like, no, we're not ready to interview. I'm like, I'm now ready forever. And since that moment, just like today, the minute I step in this damn thing, I'm ready to go. I don't care if we're taping it or we're live. We'll never make that mistake again.
And just like a comic, he brought back what we talked about in the beginning.
Kind of.
Into the end. Oh, ready to go. So we started to talk about it. Now we're kind of like bookending it there. So it's out. Yeah. It's available. You can stream it on Spotify, Apple, pretty much anywhere you can get it.
Pretty much anywhere you can stream it, yep.
And so we were talking about this a little bit ago, but the key now is the number of streams that you get.
Yeah, and you know, I don't think artists should just shoot for that. I think you get to a certain point where numbers really do matter. I think I'm at a point now where numbers matter a lot more than they used to. And I think that just kind of goes into ticket sales. And I think it goes into, you know, the investment of people's time and money into, you know, however they're going to work with me or support me or anything like that. And I think for us, it's very important that we get more and more people to listen to it for a variety of reasons. I don't want people, I don't want a young artist out there to think that if they don't have X amount of streams, they should just give up. Because streams can be misleading. You know, you've got 1 million streams, but 10 people came to your show. It's like, you know, what does a stream mean? Do they like it or hate it? We don't know. It's just a ticker.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it's just another mnemonic, if you will,
yes,
of where you are and the spectrum of things. And it doesn't necessarily mean anything because I mean, you can listen to your stuff and stream it, and then you can see how you are as a performer live and go, wow, this guy's really great. And
I think
they can enjoy you more that way.
Yeah, so. I think now it shows how good your promotion team is.
Okay.
Because you'll say how many people will listen to a song the week later. And if your promotion team only got 5,000 people to listen to it, that's probably not that good, right? But if you go, wow, they got like 2 million views, well, at least you know one thing. We got people to listen to it. Now, if they don't like it after that, the marketing team goes, hey, our job is to get people to the door. Your job is to welcome them in, right? And so I think now it kind of just shows more of the marketing. Are you really doing what you need to do to get people to put eyes on it, kind of a thing, you know?
And that's what you've become now. You've become the total package. You are marketing, you are production, you are all of that stuff wrapped into one.
Sounds exhausting.
It does. So that's what I was going to ask you. So what do you do to counterbalance that?
I mean, we have a label tied into these songs, so that should help. I think, too, you have to just continue to... I'm really bad at self-promoting. I'm really bad at doing social media. So this is a new change of like all the stuff we're doing with it and, you know, attaching a new show with it and a huge look at behind the scenes and shooting acoustic videos and doing different things with music videos and different things with content, a word that I hate. But like, I'm starting to realize is like, okay, yeah, we have this email list that we've built for a long time and we can sell tickets and we can do these kinds of things. But if I want to grow, I need to be willing to do the things that you have to do to get more eyeballs to see something. So they can tell you if it's good or bad. And it's great regardless of if they say it's good or bad. It's feedback on how we do the next song, right? And it's hilarious too, where regardless of where they sway on that, it still helps us with the next song. You know, stay a little bit more in the same vein or completely change it up. You know, it's kind of funny. Someone told me if everyone hates it, you should probably change it up. And if everyone likes it, you should probably change it up. Like there was some simplicity in that, going like, okay, yeah, so the feedback matters, but to a degree of what we end up doing with it, which will be changing it up.
As you did in Ready to Go, and we'll look forward
Correct.
to hearing some of the other stuff that you got
Yeah.
coming down the pipeline, which we can't talk about right now because
Yeah.
we don't know. But anyway,
Just in case I wait now till things are like presented to me. I used to do that. But like, oh, I got this thing coming out in April. Oh, I got this thing coming out in June. Then it falls through. And it's like, how did it fall through? It's like, oh, well, they changed their mind. Now I wait until like it's like presented to me.
it's
And I'm
probably
like,
a good way to go.
it's probably the best way to go.
It probably is the best way to go. So the other best way to go is to make sure that you stream Ready to Go anywhere you can listen to it. Catch Andrew, of course, when the tour gets announced and everything. Check
Yep.
him locally and everything like that. Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to see, or maybe we'll be able to get you to perform some stuff for us as well, somewhere down the pipeline as well too.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I could send an acoustic version of this song to you.
Okay, that would be awesome. We could put it on. We could put it on the playlist for New on
Put it
Music
on the
Row.
playlist. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, thank you again for
brother.
joining me. Always a pleasure. Andrew
This was a
Salgado.
blast.
Oh, ouch.
No. That's what you go out of your way to let them know it was a good interview.
Okay. I don't know. The way you said that has kind of made me think like,
No,
I'm
no.
kidding. I'm kidding.
No,
So
this is
kidding.
fun.
Anyway, Andrew Salgado, ladies and gentlemen, joining us here on New on Music Row. Of course, new episodes come out every single week. You can only see them on the Rise Network. We stream on YouTube, we video, vodcast, as I like to
Vodcast,
call
yeah,
it.
that's what you call
We
it.
vodcast on YouTube, and you can catch the audio version on Spotify and also on Apple Music. Stick around because we've got more stuff coming up and great interviews lined up as well too.
Nice.
Tons of stuff going on. It's going to be a great year, not only for our show, but also for Can I Call You Dad as well. There's some really cool stuff going on. Can't talk about it because we don't know, anyway.
Well, it depends if we can get my dad to do it. A lot of it is just getting him in. It's our schedules and then just getting him in there.
I think between you and I, we can
figure it out.
stiff arm him and get
We
him
can
in
figure
there
it out,
and
yeah.
get him in there. But there's going to be more episodes of that coming up as well too. It's all on the Rise Network. It's the only way you can catch everything, and of course that's the way you catch us here on New on Music Row. You look like you were going to say something.
Nope.
Oh, all right. Well, until next time, I'll see you on the flip side.